It looks like Nintendo was pretty bored last week, because in 3 days they decided to announce random updates on 3 of their games. Splatoon will have a Ketchup vs Mayo Splatfest rematch, and hopefully you guys will do the right thing this time, okay? Animal Crossing will have new things to collect and new events, and last but not least, Mario Maker 2 got its final big update. While I'm a little bit sad that it was shown as the final update, this one is pretty amazing, adding supports for things I've been asking in my older Mario Maker 2 prediction videos. I've spent the entire week streaming every morning building stages and trying new features, and today I'm ready to show you my 10 favorites. Hey, I'm Nico, and here's the 10 best new features added to Super Mario Maker 2. Here we go. The Super Mario 3D World game theme is the one that received the most new features during this update, and one of these was this beautiful little box over there. The propeller box is exactly what you expect. You put it on your head, you jump, and you go whoosh! It's really similar to the propeller suit from the new Super Mario Bros. U game theme, except it's even better. As you can see, there are 3 little dots on the box. Oh, but what do those mean, Nico? You might be asking yourself. Well, it is pretty simple. You get 3 propeller jumps instead of just one like that stinky poopy propeller mushroom. Yeah, every time you land, your 3 jumps get recharged and you can do it again, which is pretty cool. I have been using it myself to make you fly in between spikes columns and under ceilings, which is simple yet effective. In a way, it's really just the propeller mushroom, but for the Super Mario 3D World game theme. But I mean, I'm always open to more power-ups in every single game theme, so I really like this one. I remember asking for many items in my Mario Maker 2 prediction videos a while ago, and one of those requests was to have something that makes underwater levels fun. Okay, don't get me wrong, there are fun underwater levels in Mario Maker 2, but the swimming skills of Mario are pretty lame, like, to be honest. But the frog suit from Super Mario Bros. 3 is finally here, and it is exactly the way you remember it to be. You can now swim in any directions very quickly by just pushing the D-pad. This allows you to be super precise in those stages, and the speed even allows you to move around obstacles super fast. I did create this Flappy Frog level here during my live streams last week, and I'm pretty proud of it. I think it's really fun and challenging, and I think it's really similar to Flappy Bird. The frog suit was also upgraded from Mario 3 and can now be used to run on water. That's right, grab any item in your hands and start running. Now this is pretty useful in stages with rising water levels, as you could be running left and right while waiting for the water to get to the level you need it to be. This suit is pretty cool, not gonna lie. To defeat Bowser in Super Mario World, you needed to grab those weird robotic Koopa enemies that he was throwing at you. Well, those are called Mecha Koopas, and they're now part of the Mario Maker game. Yeah, you can recreate the final boss fight. Epic! Mario Maker 2 made those robots very interesting by adding 2 new types. The red Mecha Koopas can throw aiming missiles at you, which is pretty cool, but wait, cause the main attraction comes from the blue Mecha Koopas. These crazy robots are firing lasers at you, and this laser is deadly, as it can even break some blocks. Now this is pretty powerful. Look at this wall, and ta-da! Magic trick, the wall is no more. What I like about those enemies is that they're available in all traditional game styles, so you can actually now put laser in every single Mario game theme. Well, besides Mario 3D World, but still, that is so cool. The Super Mario 3D World game theme was seriously missing one important power-up from that Wii U game, and it is the Boomerang Flower. I'm so glad this power-up is now available because it allows for many opportunities to have stages with clear pipes and on-off switches. One of my stage requires you to be super precise with your boomerang to advance to the next section, and I've even played stages that involve throwing your boomerangs into clear pipes to defeat bosses. which I think is pretty epic. Since the boomerang comes back after you throw it, it can also be used to hit many targets at once, or I mean you can even throw it underneath a platform and start running super fast so that it hits every enemies underneath you. Seriously, the possibilities keep piling up as I try new stages involving this amazing power-up. Have you ever dreamed of being a bullet bill? Well, I did too. And although I have recently been able to finally live the dream in Super Mario Odyssey, I just wasn't satisfied and needed more. The bullet bill mask is exactly what I needed, as it allows Mario to start flying in a straight line like a true bullet bill, but you can also let go of the A button to move down and change direction in midair. This allows the possibility to create cool challenges involving you going around spikes or hazards and changing direction without touching those evil things. Using that bullet bill and flying straight into a wall also allows you to blast that wall if it's made of blocks, or you can even turn it into an on-off switch and activate those with it. Seriously, it's pretty cool everything you can do with that mask. I just wish you could also fly up, as this would be pretty epic. But hey, maybe in Super Mario Maker 3. Remember how we got all excited when we realized that the Super Mario 3D World game theme was categorized as Extra Game Styles with an S, implying we'd get a new one down the line. Well, I guess this won't be happening now, but the Super Mario Bros. 2 mushroom is the closest thing we'll get to that. Once you collect it, you turn into Mario from Super Mario Bros. 2, meaning you won't be able to jump on Goombas or Koopas to defeat them. You can still jump on their heads, sure, but you'll just be walking alongside them from now on. That's right, if you want to defeat an enemy, you'll have to pluck it and throw it away. In fact, there are many things that you can now grab, like bullet bills, cannonballs, wooden poles, Koopa shells, and so much more. Even the music changes to some Mario 2 classics, so you know this is pretty good. I've played a fair share of Mario 2 inspired levels, but I know some people that are actually rebuilding the entire game, which is going to be very promising. And you can finally see what a Lakitu looks like naked, which is something I know every Mario fan was asking for. So thank you Nintendo for that. Super Mario Maker 2 introduced Boom Boom the Mad Lad when it first launched, and this new boss was very welcomed. But I always felt like there was just not enough bosses to choose from and was wishing Nintendo would add 1 or 2 new ones. Well, we now actually got 7 new bosses, the Koopalings. That's right, they're all here, each with their own abilities and in all of the traditional game themes too. Lemmy has his epic bouncing balls, Ludwig still has his Yoshi flutter jump, Wendy still has her bouncing rings, Morton can still ground pound and stun you, Roy can dig in the ground and come from the ceiling, and Larry and Iggy have, well, nothing, they're pretty much worthless. But having the opportunity to add the Koopalings in your levels truly allows you to create more castles and airship themed levels. And it kinda feels good to not be fighting Boom Boom all the time anymore. I mean, I'm sorry Boom Boom, my favorite Mad Lad, but you have been replaced. We have to say goodbye. Super Mario World had one very odd power-up that wasn't used a lot, the P-Balloon. When you grabbed one, you'd turn into a floating balloon and would float up in the air for a limited amount of time. I truly wasn't expecting this power-up to come back because, I mean, it wasn't the best, but Mario Maker 2 did bring it back and improved it to actually make it a very worthwhile addition. First off, this balloon has no time limit anymore. As long as you do not get hit by something like spikes or enemies, you'll remain thick Mario. But here's the best part about this new and improved P-Balloon. You can now float and move in any direction. There are no restrictions anymore, and it is super easy to control. You can just slowly move around, or you can hold down the A button to start farting air and move super fast. I made one level using this power-up called Farting in the Sky, where you have to move through a spiky maze and collect all of the red coins. But I've played other stages that even make better uses of the speed this power-up brings, so make sure to use it in the levels you create. Look, I know this next power-up wasn't added in the newest update, but if I don't talk about it now, I feel like I'll never do it. The Master Sword is next on the list, and it had its very own update a while ago, and oh boy was this one a cool one. Kinda acting like the Super Mario Bros. 2 mushroom, this power-up transforms you into Link from The Legend of Zelda, and gives you a bunch of cool abilities from that series. You'll be able to swing your sword to hit and defeat enemies, but you'll also be able to use your bow and arrow to hit switches and other obstacles that are out of reach. That's not all, because you can also use your shield to protect yourself from incoming attacks and to reflect certain things like the spiky balls from the spike enemies. This allows you to push them back and break blocks with it. Bombs are also part of this power-up, allowing you to break hard blocks and reveal hidden paths. You can also do a dash run attack and a down thrusting attack to defeat enemies under you. The music tracks will change while wearing this power-up, bringing back classic tracks from the first Zelda games and remixes from older ones. Seriously, this is one of my favorite power-ups ever, and it really changes the whole Mario Maker game. Making Mario levels and then sharing them for the entire world to play is amazing, but it's sometimes difficult to tell a story in a single stage. Introducing Super Worlds, what I consider to be the biggest game-changing addition to Super Mario Maker 2. It is exactly what it sounds like. A full world building tool allowing you to put your levels in any order you want, adding branching paths, bridges, pipes, and even bonus mushroom houses. It truly allows you to create your very own Super Mario game, and when presenting it to other players, you even get your very own title screen. How cool is that? You get to choose what world theme you want, and the selection is pretty wide, from your classic grass world to a space world. You can also have up to 8 worlds, each featuring 5 stages. So there's no way you won't be able to tell your story now with 40 different levels to choose from. Super Worlds is actually the reason I got back into stage building, and I'm super glad it's part of the game now. My maker code is in the description, and so is the link to my second channel where you can see all of the live streams of me building the stages you might have missed. So make sure to check that out. But mostly, make sure to build some Super Worlds for me to play. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe and to hit the bell to know when I live stream or post a new video. Please give this video a like, and if you want to go the extra mile and get your name in the credits, consider joining Team BBQ, best team in the world, by clicking the link in the description down below. Alright, I'll see you in the next one.